Wait, did Noah Kahan just have the biggest rock moment of the decade on Saturday Night Live? Because what happened on May 9th wasn't just another SNL performance. It felt like a cultural shift. And honestly, if you've been watching Noah Kahan's rise since Stick season, this moment felt almost unreal. So today, we're breaking down why this SNL appearance mattered so much, how the Great Divide became a record-smashing phenomenon, the hidden emotional story behind the performances, and why fans are suddenly saying Noah Kahan could become the next double-duty SNL superstar. And trust me, the second performance of Doors hit way harder than anyone expected. So here's the setup. On May 9th, 2026, Noah Kahan returned to Saturday Night Live as the musical guest for Season 51's massive Mother's Day episode. The host? Academy Award winner Matt Damon. And immediately, fans online started calling it the New England Takeover. Because you had Matt Damon representing Massachusetts and Noah Kahan bringing full Vermont energy into Studio 8H. But this wasn't the same Noah Kahan we saw back in 2023. Back then, he was the guy behind the viral hit Stick season. Now, he's officially one of the biggest artists in America.
And here's where things get crazy. Just weeks before this SNL episode, Noah's new album, The Great Divide, debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200. Not only that, it pulled 389,000 first-week units. For a rock album, in the streaming era, that's absolutely insane. And if you've noticed more acoustic, emotional, granola-core music suddenly dominating TikTok and Spotify lately, Noah Kahan is a huge reason why. Artists like Hozier and Zach Bryan helped push the movement forward, but Noah turned it into a mainstream takeover. Now, before we get into the actual performances, you need to understand the emotional backstory behind this album. Because the Great Divide almost never happened. After the explosion of Stick season, Noah reportedly hit a brutal creative wall. Writer's block, burnout, pressure, self-doubt. At one point, he was apparently close to walking away from music completely. And that struggle became the foundation for this new era. That's why the Great Divide feels heavier, more personal, less small-town nostalgia, and more, what happens when success pulls you away from the people you love? And honestly, that emotional honesty is exactly why fans connect with him so deeply.
By the way, what's your favorite Noah Kahan song right now? Stick season? Northern Attitude? Or something from The Great Divide? Drop it in the comments, because I'm genuinely curious which era people connect with most. Okay, let's talk about the first performance. The second that banjo kicked in, you could feel the energy shift. The staging was cinematic, but still intimate. Classic Noah Kahan. And what made this performance hit so hard was how visibly emotional he looked. Like, you could actually see the pressure and gratitude colliding in real time. Fans online immediately noticed how intense his energy was during the performance. Some people even said he looked more nervous than usual. But weirdly, that vulnerability made the performance even better. Because Noah Kahan's entire appeal is that he never feels manufactured, even on one of the biggest stages in television.
But then came the performance everybody kept replaying afterward. Doors. And wow, that performance felt different. Doors is probably one of the most emotionally complex songs Noah has ever written. It's basically about emotional walls, trust issues, fear of vulnerability. And the SNL version leaned hard into that tension. The drums felt heavier, the crescendos hit bigger, and the delivery felt almost desperate in the best possible way. One lyric especially stood out to fans. The idea of showing you doors instead of fully letting someone inside emotionally. That metaphor absolutely wrecked people online. And if you watched closely, the band's whole Vermont-inspired aesthetic added even more personality to the performance. Yes, people were literally talking about the braided pigtails on social media for
hours afterward. That's the funny thing about Noah Kahan's brand. Even as he becomes a massive superstar, he still somehow feels local, still feels human. Now, here's another reason this episode exploded online. The promos with Matt Damon were genuinely hilarious, especially the Skit season joke. At one point, a cast member tried making a pun about stick season, and both Noah and Matt Damon immediately shut it down in the funniest possible way. Those clips went viral fast, and suddenly people started asking a serious question. Could Noah Kahan eventually host SNL himself? Honestly, after seeing his timing in the promos, I wouldn't rule it out. Why this moment matters. This wasn't just a successful TV appearance. It was proof that rock and folk-driven music are having a real comeback moment in America. For years, people kept saying rock is dead. Meanwhile, Noah Kahan just pulled one of the biggest rock album debuts of the modern streaming era. That says everything. And what's even more impressive, he built this fan base the hard way, touring constantly, building community online, leaning into authenticity instead of polish. That's why fans don't just like Noah Kahan, they feel emotionally connected to him. And in 2026, that kind of connection is more powerful than traditional celebrity marketing.
So yeah, Noah Kahan's return to SNL wasn't just another promo stop. It felt like the official coronation of a new generation's folk rock superstar. From Stick Season to The Great Divide, from viral songwriter to arena-level cultural force, this really feels like the moment Noah crossed into a completely different level of fame. But now, I want to hear from you. Did Noah Kahan deliver the best SNL musical performance of 2026 so far? And do you think he could eventually become an SNL host? Drop your thoughts below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, hit that like button, subscribe for more deep dives into music, pop culture, and entertainment stories, and I'll catch you in the next one.